This very well may be the most important stream that I have ever done. If you've been living under a rock and not realizing what's going on in America, you have missed a lot. You have missed a conspiracy theory coming true right before our very own eyes. You yeah, you've missed a lot if you haven't been paying attention to what's been going on. Now, you guys, I pulled up some statistics, and first of all, I want to say thank you guys for coming. Thank you for joining me today. It's been so hectic for me over the last week. I haven't been able to get on here much. I haven't been able to do a lot because I'm taking care of everything going on in my house, including a mother who just had knee replacement surgery. So it's been too much. And I leave on a little tiny vacation here in a couple of days. So now is the time to spread the word. I have this amazing platform. These other platforms that I have are also amazing, but this one here on YouTube is specifically big. So I figured, why not use it for the greater good? Why not use it to get people compassionate and amped up and ready to take back America? And I have literally thought this out over and over and over again. I have thought about bad scenarios that could play out. I thought I outweighed the pros and the cons, and really the pros far outweigh the cons in how we get this country back, right? So if you have noticed my banner here, we have been demonetized. If you can, it's not necessary, but it is highly appreciative because I'm going to need all of the help I can get by putting this all together. This I'm using today to spread the word and get a time and a day set and get everybody. It's enough advance time. You feel helpless. You feel like, hey, I'm not doing enough. What can I do? I'm about to tell you. This is giving you enough ample time to schedule off of work and to get your travel accommodations. I don't give a shit if I got to sleep in my car. Honest to God, I don't. I'm fed up to that point. And I fully believe that we're not going to make it to a 2024 election at this rate. We're just not. So I brought up a bunch of statistics and a bunch of facts that prove that this conspiracy theory is correct. It's real. And most people who deem these conspiracy theories are just paid shills, and they are going to tell you anything and everything to push that propaganda and push you away from the truth. A conspiracy theory anymore today is the truth, period. So I've come up with a fail-safe method to get everybody together and look past your differences. I don't care if you are a hardcore Christian and you are against homosexuals. Believe it or not, there are plenty of gay conservatives out there who want nothing but the best for our country and do not believe in what the left is doing to our children. Do you understand? So put aside your differences. I don't care if you're a racist. I really don't care. That's your business. We're not going to be friends, but you need to look past that and come together for America's sake. Stop. I don't care if you're a black racist. I don't care if you're a white racist. I don't care. I don't care what personal beliefs you have. You have to look past that and put those differences aside to come together, or else we lose it all. I don't think people understand the severity of where we are today. And we are seeing the negative effects of a globalist agenda hard at work, and George Soros funded district attorneys literally rewarding illegal aliens for beating the shit out of 2 New York City cops. Are you not seeing what's happening? And so I brought up statistics. Like I said earlier, I brought up statistics. I brought up facts, how much this costs Americans, us, the taxpayers. We are funding all of this. Are you kidding me? So we need to do something. We need to do something. You need to look past your differences again and come together. Because if we don't, we're fucked. Fucked. Simply said. All right, you guys. So I just want to get a real quick shout outs to 2 people in general, Bobby and Casey, right behind me, you'll notice right there where my finger is, I got an amazing Native American statue. It's a warrior. He's beautiful. It's absolutely amazing. It's from Navajo, actually. It's gorgeous. So, Bobby, thank you for that. And next to that is a belt it was custom made for me by a gentleman named Casey. So, Bobby from Arizona, thank you. Casey from Louisiana, thank you guys so much. I appreciate your gifts and I will cherish them forever. So, thank you. Okay. Now, really quickly, I have a couple of paid sponsors since we have been demonetized. I will make this brief. I will make it painless, but I feel like a lot of people can benefit. And that is the only time I will put my name on a product. All right, check this out, y'all, real quickly. If you smoke, if you are 21 and older, if you smoke, if you vape, if you dip and you travel a lot, and if you are one of those people that are at work and you can't smoke or dip or vape, Zippix toothpicks, you will get 10% off your first order if you use promo code JustGen. And that is like literally at checkout. It's super duper 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 simple. ZippixToothpicks.com, promo code JustGen. All right. With that being said, I do thank Zippix for sponsoring my videos. You are amazing. Thank you guys for working with me. It's very hard today to get people to if you are conservative, you get the short end of the stick. And it's really sad because conservatives have gotten a bad rap due to that cold day in January that we don't mention here. Because as soon as we do, we get the Wikipedia content. We're going to put context in here. We don't need any more context. We already know what time it is. That leads me to another con of what I want to start. And if you have this platform, I'm going to use it. So I got a couple of people today when I posted this on my X page. A couple of people said, well, the feds are going to get involved. They're going to plant Antifa and BLM in there. I already thought of that. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. If you can see it, it's in my thumbnail. If you guys can, I would strongly urge you to show up. Okay, I'll be there. And if I'm the only person there, then so be it. I really don't care anymore. I hope I'm not the only person there, but we'll see how this plans out. You know, it's very difficult today to get people together together in the same place at the same time, especially when you just want what's best for your country because of look at the people that are sitting in prison today, right? So I've planned this all out. It's a fail-proof method, and we have to learn from the past. And this is why I'm such a proponent to not erasing history, because we do have to learn from the past and what they have done to stop us fighting back against a tyrannical government. Okay. So I already thought about that. And my fail-proof method is, let me pull up the thumbnail for you guys. My fail-proof method is to basically come together. Okay. Come together. We stand there peacefully, silently, right? Silently. So you could hear a mouse fart. We lock arms with one another and we stand there in front of the White House. Here is my thumbnail. I want to show you guys. I made this up before I started streaming. Oops, wrong one. This is the flyer that I made. It is called Black and White Unite Against the Invasion of America, and it will be Friday, March 1st, 2024. This is going to take place in Washington, D.C. As you can see, I put the time, I put the date, I put the place. So it's up to you guys, and I will honestly love it if you guys could make it, because if we don't come together now and take this country back and show force, you know, it's not going to happen. And by force, I don't mean riot. I don't mean get violent. I mean we show up with strength and numbers and we lock arms like a huge ass chain. And we do not move until we get some freaking results. Will it work? I don't know, but it is. I believe we were able to get a 1 million man march. We were able to get a bunch of millions of people down to DC for the Stop the Steal. Why can't we get Americans together and unite and stop this? Because if you haven't noticed what's going on at our border, I mean, are you blind? What are you trying to be? You trying to be Ray Charles or what? Helen Keller, dumb, deaf, blind, mute? What? I can't even anymore. I can't ignore what is going on. And like I said earlier, I don't think we're going to wait. We're going to make it to a 2024 election. I don't think they're going to let us. So at this rate, you guys, it's the best thing that I could come up with. And if I have this platform, why not? Why not use it? I have to get some of your guys's yeah, you like that. I have this available on well, I'm working with a new merch lady and roughRooster.com. You can order your Let's Get Back Trump quickly shirts. Honestly, you guys, I can't wait for the 2024 election, but at this rate, I don't think they're going to allow it unless we show up and we say, look, we're coming peacefully. We're not coming armed. We're not coming to start any kind of drama. We're just going to show you that we can unify. That is my whole thing. We need to show them that we can unify, because that literally is every fear of theirs coming true, because they know they have Americans so divided on religion, sexuality. They have them divided on race, and politics, especially. If we could look aside and put aside our differences just to show up and say, America, we're American, we're here, and we're not going to stand for our country being invaded. and I firmly believe that the federal government wants us to come and start so they can kick off a civil war, so they can give all of the nationalists that have crossed our borders the green light, and it's a very scary thing. I don't know what we do besides that. I don't know what we do. It's the only thing I could come up with. You know what I mean? It really is, because the more and more people that I talk to in real life, the more hope I get that it could happen, right? And unfortunately, we know what happened January 6th. We can't be fooled. I'm so sick and tired of being called ignorant and insult the constant insulting of our intelligence. It's just like you think like this, right? You can tell them lies over and over again, they'll start believing that. But we're not like that. We actually believe what we see. We actually believe what we had witnessed personally. So I wanted to bring that up, you guys. I really did. What else can we do? What else can we do? Alvin Bragg is a Soros-funded district attorney out of Manhattan, and he's more infamously known for going after Donald Trump. Now, you mean to tell me this isn't an agenda as well to get him off the ballot? Come on now, man. We're not that stupid. And again, the insulting of our intelligence is just so profound anymore that I can't let it go on. I can't. I already sent this flyer to a bunch of people that I know personally that have really big platforms themselves, and I'm really hoping that we have a good turnout for this, because we have to do it. We have to come there. I would recommend wearing an American flag shirt, but I don't recommend bringing any American flags. I certainly don't recommend bringing any sort of weaponry, not a nothing, just your person. That's it. And when they see America can be united again, I feel like they're going to shit their pants. Do you think it could happen? Because I hope it can. I do. I sincerely hope. I'm at my wit's end anymore. I can't. But Alvin Bragg, I want to show you, he is defending his decision. Now, if you guys, I'm going to be showing the video, so this is a trigger warning for anybody who can't handle violence. Get the hell out. I'm not coddling anybody today, okay? I'm just not. So Crime Stoppers had put out a video of 2 New York City police officers getting the tar beat out of them. And this district attorney, who is worldly known that he's funded by George Soros, he does not focus on keeping his streets safe. He favors the criminals. He let these illegal aliens, and I'm sick and tired of calling them migrants, because the ones that act like this are absolutely not migrants. You are here illegally. You crossed into our country illegally. Therefore, you are illegal. Period. I don't know how about you guys, but I'm so sick and tired of the media saying the migrants, oh, the migrants. You broke the law coming into our country. That makes you illegal. That makes you a criminal immediately. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what country you came from. I don't care if you're a male. I don't care if you're female. I don't care if you're young. I don't care if you're old at this point. Sorry, not sorry. You want to come here and thrive, you come the legal way. All right, let's share this tab here. And I want to show you that Alvin Bragg he's just fine with letting these two assailants out with no bail. So they beat up 2 police officers and just got let right out of jail. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Alvin Bragg, you should be ashamed of yourself, sir. You are going to hell for what you've done. Colin Rugg had posted this, and I appreciate Colin. Thank you. There you are. I guess there's no sound of this. Look at them. Look at them attacking the cops. Look at them. Wow. Pulling. So that guy comes up and kicks a cop right in the face. And the media wants to hide this from us and say, oh, it's not that bad. You know, have you noticed that the left has used the FTP? They used defund the police so that it desensitizes you when you see stuff like this. This should make you appalled. These are our peace officers. They are here to keep our streets safe. Unlike this goon over here that chose money over morality and doing his job. I don't know how, New Yorkers, I don't know how you literally allowed this to happen. Chicago, thank God we have the Black communities speaking out, because what is going on in the Black communities in Chicago is terrible. You notice that they're not sending any of the illegals, because I'm not calling them migrants, illegals. They're not sending them to Hyde Park. They're not sending them to the wealthy suburbs of Chicago. They're sending them straight to the Black communities. Straight to the Black communities. This is why we need to look past our differences and come together. This right here. My God. I can't look at that without getting so pissed off. And again, this is an agenda. We're going to desensitize you by making the cops out to be the evil one, so that when you see shit like this, you're going to be just fine with it. And I want to say that the depussification of our men by making, if you're masculine, it's toxic masculinity. You're pussifying all of our men. Okay, not depussification. That would be great. The pussification of our men. So you mean to tell me we have a bunch of people standing around and that's going on, and not one person jumped in to help the cops? Because we have a bunch of pussies running around. Sorry, not sorry. I don't care anymore. People, I don't think that people understand that I don't care anymore. I'm going to say the truth, and I'm going to give you the facts. I don't care. Like, I'm at that point. Like, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm so sick and tired of this. And the only thing that I could come up with is come together. We got to come together to fight this together, strengthen numbers, because 22 million people were let into our country illegally. Does that not shock you or scare the shit out of you? Terrorists, criminals. And oh, wait a minute. You don't know that, Jen. Yes, I do. I got the facts. I got the facts right here. Let's share this tab with you. And Callie, could you stop it? There ain't nobody here. So stop trying to eat somebody that's not there. I'm ready. I got a 120-pound Rottweiler, and I ain't afraid to use her. The Heritage Foundation has put out an article. Increased illegal immigration brings increased crime. Almost 2/3 of federal arrests involve non-citizens. 2/3. Yep. And this is Hannah Davis. I have very low hopes for looking at this article if it's written by Hannah Davis. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of leftist bullshit in here. Who knows? Maybe I'm judging her. Maybe I'm counting my chickens before they hatch. I don't know. Okay. Maybe not, though. The key takeaways of this article, wow, the majority of illegal aliens, oh, that's giving me hope right now. We're not calling them migrants. Great. Seek a better life. The undeniable link between increasing illegal immigration and crime poses a significant threat. 2, the left. All right, Hannah. Okay. The left advocates for soft on crime prosecutors who are backed by Soros funds and for sanctuary cities, but this is a deadly combination. You see what happens when I judge somebody? See, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that I'm off with what I just said. 252 people here. It gives me hope. Did you guys see what I had posted? Let me pull it up again here really quickly. Let me show you guys this. Black and white unite. And this is not just for black and white Americans. This is for all Americans who are sick and tired of the invasion happening. Our replacement is happening. They don't need us to vote for Trump because they're going to invade America with 22 million people so that our votes don't even count. Are we going to let that happen? So it doesn't necessarily mean just black and white Americans. Asian, Hispanic, especially. I know a ton of Cubans who are pissed. And best believe me, I'm taking all of this with me down south here in a few days. All right. And we're going to meet on Friday, March 1st. Quietly, peacefully, no American flags, no weapons. Wear your American flag t-shirts. Once we get there, we are going to link arms. We are going to stand there. Nothing is going to break that chain. Do you hear me? We have to stand arm in arm. I will be there. It is up to you to get your asses there. Okay? All right. And make sure you leave all weaponry at home. Now, America, look, we're badasses. If shit pops off and somebody gets in your face, if they're yelling and screaming at you, you have absolutely the courage to just stand there and take it. Now, they put the hands on you. This is what these are for. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm not saying get violent. I am saying we need to stand there arm in arm, and we have to make sure that we already know that the feds are going to do their thing. But they can't do their thing if we're just standing there arm in arm with no American flags, no nothing. You just get a little bottle of water strapped to your belt so we can be hydrated, damn it. All right. Illegal immigration. Let's read the facts on this. So please spread that word, you guys. Take this. It's posted on my X page. Share it with everybody. Retweet it with everybody until your fingers go numb. Tag everybody. Tag everybody big. I don't care who you tag. Elon Musk. Do it all. Let's go. All right. Customs and number 3. I forgot to read number 3. My bad. It is time for the administration to take the appropriate steps to secure our nation's borders, safeguard our communities, and restore faith in the justice system. Well, with Title 42 and the Remain in Mexico policies gone, that's why we're in the boat we're in. Now, we had border control. We did a video the other day, border patrol with Ben Shapiro. He says, we don't need resources down here. We have all the resources that we need. We need policy. We had those policies in place that had the lowest number of illegal immigration and illegal encounters at our southern borders. But Biden undid those day one of his administration. As soon as he got into the White House, he undid all of the Trump border policies. And that is why we're here today. Now, that's all we need. We don't need resources. We don't need anything else. We need policy. Policy. And unfortunately, we're not going to get that with Joe Biden because now he wants 5,000 people to come here a day. Damn, them votes don't come cheap. It's all on our dime, by the way. Customs and Border Protection encountered over 275,000 illegal aliens crossing our borders nationwide in April alone. I'm guessing this was last year. The numbers for this year are just not even here. Okay. Setting a distressing precedent for increased illegal entries under the Biden administration. While the majority of illegal aliens seek a better life, the undeniable link between increasing illegal immigration and crime poses a significant threat to American communities. President Joe Biden's decision to grant listen to this, listen to this, listen to this. President Joe Biden's decision to grant mass parole for millions of aliens, allowing them to remain illegally in the United States, only amplifies the devastating effects of increased illegal immigration in our society. Since Biden took office, over 6.2 illegal aliens have been encountered at the nation's border. Now, this was last year. That number is significantly larger today, more like 22 million. Over 2 million of them have been released into the nation's interior. A considerable number of them have engaged in criminal activities once they've settled. In 2023 alone, Border Patrol agents have encountered thousands of illegal aliens with prior criminal convictions, including assaults, rape, and murder. The true extent of crimes committed by illegal aliens remains unknown because there are also over 1.5 million unaccounted for gotaways since Biden's term began. Wow. A 2021 Department of Justice report revealed that 64% of the federal arrests in 2018 involved non-citizens, despite them comprising of only 7% of the population at that time. While the Biden administration fails to prove continuous updates on illegal alien crime data, the Texas Department of Public Safety maintains a running database of such instances. Other states should follow suit, and they're not. They have been told not to report on crime statistics. They have also been told by the FBI to lie about these crime statistics. So that is very important that the state of Texas, the great state of Texas, it continues to report on this and continues to monitor this. It's scary, you guys. In 2023 alone, Border Patrol agents. Oh, I already read that. Oops. Okay, where am I at here? Sorry. Dyslexic. And I'm trying to read the best I can. All right. Several chilling examples underscore the urgency of the situation. Alexis Sabarit, an illegal alien from Cuba with a history of violence, beheaded his girlfriend with a machete in July of 2021. April this year, Francisco Orpenza, deported 4 different times within the last 14 years, was accused of gunning down 5 Honduran immigrants in Cleveland, Texas, including an innocent 8-year-old. Damn. In February, Brian Marquez, who had deportation orders but was still in the United States, brutally murdered his roommate by beating him. He was charged with first-degree murder. In January, Jose Hernandez faced 5 counts of indecency with a minor after allegedly sexually assaulting a young child multiple times. In March of last year, Juan Macian, an illegal alien who posed as an unaccompanied minor, was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder after allegedly murdering a Daytona Beach couple. Macian had previous arrests related to drug charges, which were dropped due to the soft-on crime predilections of George Soros-backed Florida State Attorney Aramis Alea. The left advocates for soft-on crime prosecutors who are backed by Soros funds for sanctuary cities, but this is a deadly combination. As long as sanctuary cities shield criminal illegal aliens from deportations, and leftist prosecutors are appointed to promote ideologically woke crime policies based on what the left perceives as fairness, the persistence of heinous crimes like these will endure. Clearly, Biden's current border policies are not working. The irony here is that his presidential platform, which was seemingly sympathetic towards migrants, is also killing them. For example, 38 illegal aliens were killed after a fire broke out in an immigrant holding facility south of the border. Over 850 illegal aliens died while trying to traverse through southwestern terrain into the United States last year. And those numbers don't include the thousands who are beaten, abused, and sex trafficked by human smugglers as they try to get into the United States. The 850 deaths in 2022 alone represent a staggering 24% surge compared to the peak figures under the Trump administration, and a significant 58% jump from the Obama administration. These statistics demonstrate the absence of safety and order resulting from Biden's border surge, and they contradict the claim of a humane immigration policy advocated by the left. So go figure. Go figure. Illegal aliens with criminal histories and those who commit crimes within our borders pose a threat to safety and the security of American communities. Cities with high crime rates, particularly sanctuary cities, witness an immediate impact of this situation. If left unaddressed, this issue will eventually affect all states, eventually turning every state into a bordering state. Fuck my life. Left-wing prosecutors backed by Soros favor a soft-on-crime overhaul of the justice system, allowing criminals to walk free and recidivism rates to skyrocket. These policies, along with the inadequate border policies of this current administration, endanger American communities. Criminal aliens flock to regions that indulge their conduct. Jesus. To protect American communities, urgent and decisive action is imperative. Robust measures must be implemented, including border strengthening, the convoy. Thank God. Where are we at? Increased border enforcement through vetting processes for all border crossers, detainment instead of release for apprehended illegal aliens, and swift deportation of those without credible asylum claims. The Remain in Mexico was working really well, by the way. Okay. Equally important is the need for prosecutors who prioritize the rule of law and the safety of United States citizens. It is high time for the Biden regime to take the appropriate steps to secure our nation's borders, safeguard our communities, restore faith in the justice system. This piece, it originally appeared in the Daily Signal. What a great article. I judged Hannah before I, because Hannah looks like a leftist. Not going to lie. But Hannah, thank you. Thank you so much for speaking the truth. And we have to, again, get past those left and right, Biden versus Trump. We are Americans. And until we stand together and show these global elitists that we can unite, guess what? We're going to lose it all. We're going to lose it all. It's not even like the funding for Ukraine, right? A war that cannot be won. It's a sham. But the most important thing happening right now is all of these illegal aliens that are being allowed into our country are taking resources away from Americans, okay? Needy Americans. With all of the money that was sent over to Ukraine, and that all the money that's helping these illegal aliens, we could have solved homelessness. We could help every veteran who's homeless. It's really absurd. When we have kids that are in schools being thrown out of their schools so that it could house illegal aliens, we have a problem. When they're taking funding away from police departments, sanitation departments, and education to house illegals, that's a problem. So I'm hoping that we can look past that, all of our differences, and come together, because if we don't, like I said, it's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. I have a message from another sponsor really fast, really fast. It's not going to be long at all because all of the links are in my link tree. If you want to check those out, they're in my about page. And I believe I put it here in my description. I'm not sure. But this product here, I appreciate. Be awake, not woke with Blackout Coffee. Again, promo code JustJen for 10% off your order at checkout. They have amazing flavors of coffees, you guys. I love this stuff. Let me tell you, I drink less coffee with Blackout Coffee than I do with any other coffee. They have the best flavors. I get like a bunch of flavors. The blueberry crumble is really good. The eggnog is really good. The cinnamon toast one is really good too. God, I love this stuff. It's amazing. Morning Reaper is pretty good as well, but like I don't like that the dark roasts. I'm like a more medium roast girl. So if you guys can head over to blackoutcoffee.com, use promo code JustJen for 10% off. See how easy that is? Thank you for sponsoring me, Blackout Coffee. I appreciate y'all. All right. I got a couple of Cryptomeria, thank you for joining my Patreon. I got Rod, a donation from Rod on PayPal. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I understand if people can't go, but we're going to need a lot more people who can say they can go than people that say they can't. Like, that's ample opportunity to take off of work and get your affairs in order. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, I already thought of that. Like, why are you waiting so long? Because people need notice. They need that time to put in, like, for PTO time and stuff like that. They need that long of a time in order to get their travel accommodations, their travel plans. It takes time for these things to happen. And plus, I guess if, I promote it like every day, we're going to see a nice crowd, we are. We're going to see a nice crowd. And like every day, there's people that actually go. I think it's the family of Ashley Babbitt. Her mother does these vigils every night at the White House or at the Capitol. I think it's at the White House, if I'm not mistaken. I'd like to see that personally in the flesh. I'd like to shake her hand and give her my condolences, right? It's just me. I mean, I just want to. I want to meet her and tell her how sorry I am. It's just sad. TikTok. I haven't posted this on TikTok because this is what's allowed on TikTok. And this is, I believe, why we have a hard time uniting is because of platforms like Facebook, Meta, Instagram, TikTok. I think it should be banned. I do. This is Libs of TikTok. And this racial justice advocate gets invited to speak to white people to explain to them why they're racist and white supremacists. You have to look past this shit. People are going to be ignorant. They're going to be racist against you. This is what they use to keep us divided. Let's hear her out because, I firmly believe that I want to give her a platform to speak out, and I'll do a rebuttal after her video.
As a racial justice advocate, I'm often invited to give talks or to do workshops where I talk to white people about race. A big part of my practice is to offer real life stories, examples, that type of thing, that help white people to be able to identify white supremacy in everyday life. My husband's family is white, and I often use the cultural differences between my family and his family as a way to help white people see their whiteness.
Wow.
There's one example that I use that always gets a ton of pushback. My husband and I were late to our first Thanksgiving with his family.
Hold on, sweetheart. Do you think I need help seeing the fact that I'm white? I pass by a mirror every day. I wake up every day. I don't say, well, thank God I woke up and I'm white. This is a type of person that wants you focused solely on race and not the content of other people's character. So, just because this person is white, you should discount them. Doesn't matter if they're reliable, honest, if they're punctual, if they're loyal. That doesn't matter whatsoever. The fact that they're white, that's it. They're a white supremacist. They have privilege. It's shit like this that divides people. Nobody should give a shit about what color somebody is. We can't change that, nor did we have a say so in the matter. I said I give somebody $10,000 if you yourself can prove to me that you picked your race. I'm keeping my money. Know that. Let's see what happens when y'all were late.
I say late because it started at 12. We got there at 12:10. But whenever we got there at 12:10, everybody was already sat down and eating. I didn't know that. I use this illustration to point out that different cultures have different understandings of time, lateness, and what it means to be polite. Without fail, a white person will push back and say that lateness is impolite.
It is impolite. Punctuality is a great quality to have. Somebody tells you to be there at 12. You don't just get to stroll up and say, yo, I'm here. Did y'all wait for me? Because when we say we're eating at 12, we're eating at 12.
I always use this as a teachable moment. I usually ask a series of pointed questions that challenge their assumptions. Sometimes it takes a lot of work, but by the end, they're able to identify how white cultural dominance works in this one small area of life, which opens the door for them to start peeling the onion. As a racial justice advocate, I'm often...
Okay, that was it. That was 1 minute of my life I shall never get back on the stupidest shit I've ever heard. So if you have a white husband, you married him for a reason, right? You married him because he was dependable. You married him because he was there for you physically and emotionally and financially. He was there for you. He was worthy of marrying. You're not married to his whiteness. You're married to what a great man he seems to be. TikTok, man. You know, again, I wouldn't be sad if they banned it tomorrow. I wouldn't, because then you wouldn't see a bunch of this bullshit, man. You wouldn't see a bunch of this bullshit. You just wouldn't. Here's a question of the day. If this doesn't scare you. Are you concerned about terrorists crossing our southern border and staging an attack within the United States? Let's answer. I want you guys to answer that. Are you afraid of terrorists who have came up through our border? Are you afraid that they're going to strike? I am going to be like, it's a valid fear. Because we don't let terrorists come in here and then expect them to not be terrorists. Oh, you crossed that line right there. Now you're not a terrorist. Poof. Are you guys afraid of that? There it is. There it is, Eric Tate. I'm trying to get your comment. Right. Thank you. Same. You guys afraid? Okay. I'm concerned. I'm not afraid. Okay. Good. Good to see. Afraid? No. Figure it's going to happen. Okay. I'm just checking on your comments and see. Lisa, heck yeah. How do we know that they're terrorists? All right, I figured somebody was going to do that, so I brought up some statistics. Let me see if I can bring them back up here. I'll bring them back up here. I had posted it. Oh, well, here. Actually, the FBI has been told to lie about all of that, right? Let me see if I can find it. I did post it. La 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 la. Oh, here's what the illegals that beat up the cops think about us. Here, ready? There they are. This is not flipping off the reporters. This is flipping off every single last one of us who doesn't come together and stop this. That's how they feel. I myself am going, no, dude, fuck you, buddy. You're going to find out. You're going to find out. Let me see if I can find that. I posted it. I should probably look on my page. Let's see. La 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 cvp.gov. Here it is. Knew I'd find it. There it is. All right. This is from the Border Patrol, Customs and Border Patrol. Okay. So, fiscal year 2017, there were 8,531 apprehensions. 6,600. Fiscal year 19 dropped down to 4,200. Fiscal year 2020 all the way down to 2,400. Do you not see a trend here? It went down with President Trump. He came in 16. You see how it went down? It went down astronomically. Now, fiscal year 2021, 10,000 from the year before, 2,438 to be exact. Let me blow this up. Let me blow this up for y'all to see. 2,438 apprehensions fiscal year 2020. All the way up 2021 to 10,763 apprehensions. Then again, fiscal year 2022, up again another 2,000. So 2,000 or 12,028 apprehensions. Fiscal year 23, 15,000. And already in fiscal year 24, year to date, which we're only in the second month, there's already 4,247. Wow. Okay. So if you could see the number for domestic violence, assault, battery, 17, you notice they go down again. Look at these 4 bars right here, fiscal year 17 to fiscal year 20. They all go down because whom exactly was in the White House? Let's get back Trump quickly. Yeah, Trump. Trump was in office. Look at 2021. It goes from just domestic violence and battery. Fiscal year 2020, 208. Fiscal year 2021, 1,178, 1,142, 1,254. And so far, it's only 2 months in, and we've already apprehended 260 in less than 2 months. Okay, we're getting worse off on the scale. Battery, robbery, larceny, theft, fraud. We're going down. Fiscal year 17, 595, 18, 347, 19, 184, 20, all the way down to 143. Fiscal year 2021, 825, 22, 896. Fiscal year 23, 864. It's increasing still. A total for 2024 already 170. Wow. DUIs. I'm glad that we bring up DUIs because on C-SPAN the other day, Democrats and Republicans voted to whether or not they should deport the illegals because they're caught drinking and driving. Now, if you've ever been a victim of drunk driving, if you've ever lost a loved one due to drunk driving, I'm sure you're pretty not even on the fence here. You're like, yeah, if you're drinking and driving, you need to go, right? No. 200 and some, I think it was 205 to be exact. 205 Democrats voted to keep them here in the country. There was like 59 Democrats that were like, F no. Actually, I have the exact numbers right here. Hold on. I have the exact numbers. I don't want to fudge that up. I really don't. Where are you at, C-SPAN? I took a screenshot of it. Okay. Right there. Right there. Deporting migrants for driving under the influence. 215 Republicans, all but 4 voted, said, yes, get them out. 59 Democrats were like, get them out. 150 Democrats said, no, they should stay. Let's go back to this chart. Do you guys see now why we need to unite? You see this? You see why we have to unite to stop all of this? We need to get together, arm in arm, and stand there and say, we're not going to take it anymore. All right, back to the table to show you that the criminal statistics are right here. And keep in mind, Texas is the only state that is doing this. Yay! 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 Well, we're seeing how they're acting in Chicago and New York City. Okay, in those sanctuary cities. Okay, so we see that theft decreased under Trump, increased under Biden. Driving under the influence, that's where we were on. It went from 1,596 in 17 all the way down to 2020 to 364. Back when Joe Biden came in office, 1,629. Last year, 2,493. 7 short of 2,500. Wow. So far this year, 688 of them in less than 2 months have been caught driving under the influence, and they're still here. You gotta be fucking kidding me. All right, now we're getting into the really bad shit. You ready for it? Homicide and manslaughter. 3 people were apprehended in 2017. 3 were apprehended in 2018. 2 were apprehended in 2019. 3 were apprehended in 2020. I'd say we're doing a lot better keeping the murderers away when Trump was here. 2021, 60 of them. 2022, 62. Oh, it was a pretty good year for 2023, only 29. And so far, we've already got 10. But if you notice, from 2017 to 2020, those numbers stayed steady at barely any. As soon as Joe Biden lifted the Title 42 and remain in Mexico, here we are letting in murderers. Yay! From all over Venezuela, El Salvador, Haiti, China, Russia, Africa, you name it, they're here. Illegal drug possession and trafficking. This is important. 1,200 in 17, 871 in 18, fiscal year 19, 449, all the way down to 386 in fiscal year 2020. 2021, that record number shoots up again, 2138, fiscal year 22, 2,239, fiscal year 2023, 2,055. And so far this year, already almost 400. Wow. So, illegal entry or re-entry. Fiscal year 17, 4,500. 18, 3920. 19, 2663. 2020 all the way down to 1,261. Fiscal year 21, 6,160, 22, 6,797. 2023, we saw 8,790 of them so far this year already in less than 2 months under Joe Biden, 2,693. Wow. All right, so illegal weapons, possession, transport, or trafficking. Under President Trump, we see the numbers go from 173 all the way down to 49. As soon as Joe Biden gets in, it skyrockets up to 336. And this year alone, it's just started to be February. We've already arrested 64 people. Jesus. All right. Our favorite, well, actually not favorite people, the most despised people on my channel, we got the sex offenders. All right. Under President Trump, as soon as he gets in office, that number drops from 137 all the way down to 80 the next year, 58 the year before that, and then it spikes to 156. That's real nice. That's the only bad increase that I see under the Trump administration, and I'm wondering why. Because he put into a lot of policies and he put a lot of money towards ending human trafficking. But again, with the United States being the lead consumer of child pornography, I'm not surprised. You can't blame Trump for everything. All right. Now, since Biden comes into office, that number goes from 156 to 488. The next year, 365. The year after that, 284. And so far this year, we've arrested 54 of them. And other, we don't know what other is. Doesn't say. But we watch that number when Trump gets in office to 1,851, all the way down to 580. When Biden comes in, it goes back up to 2691, and all these other people, 803 since January. Wow. Okay. That is the border criminal non-citizen statistics. Wow. And here we go. You can look up everything on here. I will give you the web address if you want to visit this yourself. Here it is. cpb.gov. There it is. You want to see this yourself, you can visit it here. cbp.gov. So let's look at that, actually. Border wait times. What does apply for ESTA? I wonder what that is. Electronic systems for travel authorization. Oh, so we have to authorize this to travel outside the United States, but they don't have to do it here. That's nice. That's nice. You can contact them and let them know that you appreciate them and that you believe in them and that you're very sorry that they're stuck making sandwiches instead of protecting our border like they have been paid to do. When we watched the video of Ben Shapiro with a Border Patrol agent who has been there for decades, he says it point blank. We have all the resources we need. It's policies. And he also said that we can't keep officers. They keep quitting. They keep quitting and join other law enforcement agencies because they are discouraged. They are hired to protect our borders and told that they can't. Yay. That was a great episode with Ben Shapiro and the Border Patrol. I hope you would watch that, you guys. It's amazing. It's very eye-opening. It's very sad. You just don't know what's going on anymore. Oh, wait, they got climate change in here. Climate change. Oh, Jesus. How can we stop our Earth from getting closer to the sun? Maybe we should all start running around in circles and we could shift the axis of the Earth. Start running like a whirlpool in your pool. You could keep going round and round and round. Maybe, just maybe. Jesus. Ay. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? How many people do we have here? Okay. I don't know if you guys can come. I don't know if you can make it on the 1st of March, but I'll be there. So at least, I'm going to need security though, because I'm sure I piss off a lot of leftists. So any of you big, strong, strapping patriots, go ahead and message me on Twitter so I can meet up with you then, because I don't want to be armed. I don't want to have to. I think us showing up, strength in numbers would be enough. Right. And Lord knows here we have a rise of Chinese nationalists in our country. China is not our ally. It's an adversary. And this is Trump on how he feels about 10 plus million. I hate Fox News for this shit. Like Fox News, really? You can't just say illegal aliens. You got to say migrants enough. The media, this is legacy media right here. They will not say illegal aliens. They won't do it. I'll do it.
World. I understand. I'm told that the Chinese are paying $35,000 a head, $50,000 a head to come to the southern border. They're paying the drug cartels this money. The number of Chinese nationals, and they are military-aged men. You're right, up 1,100% year over year. Are they being directed by the Communist Party to come here?
I believe so. I believe so. And I believe we're going to have a terrorist attack 100%. 100%.
I think
You know, during my term, I had no terrorist attacks. You know that, right?
So there'll be saboteurs? What are they?
I had all sorts of bans on people from certain countries. I had bans all over the place. We had no attack. I had nothing. World.
Well, we also did not have a surging of invasion. We didn't have any wars in the Middle East. We also could afford our gas, our groceries, our utilities. Housing was affordable. I mean, call me crazy, but I'd rather have mean tweets than any of that shit any day of the week. I'm just saying. So there's Trump saying that I believe that we're going to have a terrorist attack. And you know what? I can't say that I don't believe him. I can't say that I don't believe him. Even on Twitter right now, terrorists are they're trending. I like this. This is watch this. Watch this one, you guys. I'm not like a Putin lover or anything else, but like if the shit don't fix, I'm gonna ask Putin to let me live with him. Okay, so who's the terrorist here? Joe Biden supported the Iraq war. Vladimir Putin, he opposed it. Joe Biden armed ISIS in Syria. All of our military weaponry. We had tanks and planes and everything. $90 million, I believe, of military equipment left. Joe Biden armed Al-Qaeda or Al-Qaeda in Syria. He supported the destruction of Libya. He armed neo-Nazis in Ukraine. He supports nuclear first strike. He enabled the genocide of the Palestinians. As Vladimir Putin did none of those things. So who's the terrorist? I'll take the guy on the left for 100, Alex. It's so crazy anymore because we have world leaders looking at Joe Biden as our leader in America and laughing at us. We're laughing stock. We're a laughing stock. I mean, whatever happened with how is San Francisco looking these days? Does anybody know? How is San Francisco looking? Because for 24 hours, it was clean as clean can be. Not for the people of San Francisco or the tourists, but for a specific tourist named Xi Jinping. Gavin Newsom rolled out the red carpet for Xi Jinping. Ain't that something? But he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it for us. He wouldn't do it for the people who live. Okay. Here's the border. Here's what it looks like now. Here's what Governor Greg Abbott has put in place. Show you guys what it looks like. Youch! That looks painful. The guy on the top. The guy on the top is like, okay. Look at that. They still want to come here. What on God's green earth why would people still want to come here knowing that that is what you're going to be met with? Why? Why do you still, who's telling you to come here? Well, I do have the I shared it of how much money it cost us to house migrants. Where is it? Here it is. This is going to, like, it's on my Twitter, but like you can't see it. I can't even see it, for crying out loud. But there is a description on the right I want you guys to pay attention to. The real cost for each illegal, including money Biden filters through NGOs, is at least $4,200 a month for as long as they are here. Anyone can run these numbers. What would be free food for a God bless America. Anyone can run these numbers. What would free food for a day cost? Multiply times 30. What does free housing cost for a month? You have people staying at the Roosevelt Hotel for 7 months now for free. Oh my God. Find the cheapest hotel in New York and tell me how much it is. I paid $250 for a shithole. $250 a night. A closet in New York City when I went to see Nightwish in May of 2021, I believe, or 2022. It was 2022. I went to New York City and I paid $250 per night to stay in a shithole. A shithole. The Thomas Jefferson Hotel. It was a shithole. Okay. Multiply that times 30. Well, shit. And the burden on the schools. Add the burden on the healthcare system. Denver Health is on the verge of bankruptcy with $125 million in illegal immigrant care that we will undoubtedly have to pay for, and add free transport and free legal care and clothing, stipends, add gift cards. So 11 million plus gotaways, plus United States overstays, multiplying by 4,200 a month. Pretty sure that's $46 billion a month. We either print that money, leading to more inflation, we tax Americans, or we take the money from others. Here in Massachusetts, the governor is The governor is proposing taking money from veterans, children's education programs, police, and families in need. Here are her proposals. What do you prefer, Sky? Since you're not housing anyone, we have to show your colors. Be honest. Where is the money going to come from? I am like what? All right. I wish I could see this. www.mass.gov. The proposals on here. Holy shit. I wish I could blow this up because I can't see it. But this is from the Massachusetts governor, and she is proposing $46 billion that they take from the police, from veterans, from children, from education, from health, needy families in Massachusetts, like your food stamps, your Medicaid, your cash assistance, your WIC, women, infant, and children, your HEAP, your help with your utilities in the winter time. Oh boy. People in Massachusetts are not happy. Boston right now is going bananas. And I do have a video of that. And this is a black man coming out of Boston who is fucking pissed. And rightfully so. He's screaming mad. And he's screaming this at I think it's the police or somebody. He's trying to get it. All he's trying to do is get into the rec center. And he can't. He can't get into the rec center because they're housing migrants. Let's see if I can find it here. It's pretty silly. Like that this guy has to even do that. Like this man's homeless. He works full time and still he can't even get into his own community center. It's crazy. Let me see if I can find it. I know I posted it. I know I did. And I bet you they're going to take it down. You sons of bitches. Have you guys noticed that with your Twitter feeds? When you're posting stuff like the truth, nothing. They take it from you. They take it down. Because I'm noticing that. Because I posted that shit I know I did because I quoted it and everything. Where is it at? I'm going to look for it real quickly. First, let me show you guys this. I'm telling my kids this is Anthony Fauci or Joe Biden. You pick. Oh, here's a leftist. A leftist gets owned. Watch this shit. First of all, somebody has mace and they're telling me stay away from them. I'm not going to advance on them. And this guy's super smart because he goes in at the side of her glasses like FAFO. And the way she falls is hysterical. Watch this shit.
Не подходи. Близко не подходи. Я тебя еще раз предупреждаю, сделаешь шаг, я тебя залью перцовым баллоном.
One more time. He tells her, please, I'm going to pepper spray you with pepper spray. I'm going to spray you. And she still advances. Watch how she falls. It's so funny.
Перцовым баллоном.
One more time. Let's watch how she falls. It's so funny. God, I love videos like that. I really do. That shit makes my day. It really does. Oh, here. For those of you that thought masks worked, here's a bomb shelter. I meme, therefore I am. Oh my God, man. That is so funny. That's so funny. Here's some statistical facts that should shock you into oblivion. In 2021, you had a 30-year fixed rate of 2.96% for a mortgage. 2023, you have a 30-year fixed rate at 7.7% interest. If you have a loan amount back in 2021 of just under $400,000, you would be paying only $204,000 in interest. Is still a lot, but hey, it's the name of the game. Last year, 2023, you're going to be paying $627,000. So that's how it's a 50% increase. It's huge. My God, man, that's a staggering number. Good Lord. We did that video. Once you sign the contract, you're gone. This is the WEF Global Agenda Project. This is the George Soros contract. The contract. Look at Sam Smith of what he was before. Just like Taylor Swift, she was this little girl who was a country girl. Now look at her. Cocaine was found at Biden's house. A dead body was found at Obama's house. A male prostitute was found at Pelosi's house. An illegal server was found at Clinton's house. So the FBI raided Trump. Oh, man. You guys, the people, conservatives are the best memers out there, like we are. Here's the propagandist of Twitter. I've put it out there. Here's the guy in the top left-hand corner is Brooklyn Dad Defiant. He's a piece of work. There's Jojo right there. The Krasensteins made the list too. And the other crazy leftists. There's the Krasensteins. They're like within the bubble of each other. And these are the people who are paid shills paid to post for the Democratic Party. Apparently, Brooklyn Dad Defiant has a substance abuse problem. He is on the Hunter Biden diet. Here's a 14-year-old girl exposing the crap out of our school boards. And again, you guys, as a parent, it is your duty to know what's going on in your school boards. And if they're pushing these woke ideologies, you have every right to take your children out. I just gave fair ample warning to my school district because they tried to push some bullshit. This person wants to come talk to your son. And she had her pronouns in the signature of her email. I said, take your pronouns and shove them. And if you breathe one word of this leftist propaganda to my son, he will be out of your school so fast. You won't know You won't know what hit you. Okay? Fuck your funding. All right, here it is.
According to a chart on Chippewa Valley School's own website,
Yes.
every single teacher in the district is making well over $100,000 per year. So is every counselor, principal, media specialist, director, coordinator, and supervisor. It seems the only ones not making over $100,000 are the lunch ladies. At the November meeting, I outed Superintendent Roberts' salary of almost $400,000, which is nearly as much as the U.S. president. With these types of salaries, parents should expect extremely high proficiency scores and academic excellence.
This is Michigan, by the way.
That's not the case. More money does not equal better education. Proficiency scores are as low as 20% in this district. Chippewa Valley High School is ranked 384th out of 735 Michigan high schools. In 2018, your average standard score was 59.42, but went down to 21.68 last year. Your Michigan State percentile is only 18%, meaning 82% of Michigan students scored better on standardized tests than those at Chippewa Valley. You have a 1-star rating on the largest school evaluation website. And you're failing your special needs students too. Their score is only 12. The Michigan State percentile is now only 3.4%.
Not 34,
which
3.4.
is 0 stars on the rating website. Some of you have been on this board for years and things have gotten worse in this district. One thing has remained unchanged since 2011, and that's Mr. Roberts being superintendent. Every parent in this district should be asking this board, why is Mr. Roberts still the superintendent here?
Word.
Another question is, why is Mr. Roberts running these board meetings? Why is he blocking and controlling information to a board member? He's not a member of this board. Things have gotten really convoluted here and boundaries have been crossed. The school board is the governing body of the school district and Mr. Roberts is only an advisor to this board. Mr. Pearl, as board president, it's actually your job to preside over and conduct these meetings, not the superintendent's. Mr. Roberts should not even be speaking unless giving a report on district issues or if a question is posed to him. And he definitely does not have the authority to control information or access or ban specific board members from anything. So, Mr. Pearl, why are you allowing the superintendent to usurp your authority at these meetings? Maybe you shouldn't be the board president. No wonder this district is failing. You can't even conduct a school board meeting correctly. It's a new year now.
Red pill.
Time for a new direction for this board. Put student academic success at your priority and start following proper procedures and rules for these meetings. Thank you.
They couldn't wait to cut her off, man. They buzzed her 2 different times. That girl was 14 years old and she just threw them all under the bus. Why are you making $400,000 when our school district keeps failing under your watch? You shouldn't be the superintendent. And why the hell are you even here? You should be advising, not speaking, not blocking, not being so convoluted. But I'm proud of that girl. I think that she deserves to be protected. It was absolutely great. It was absolutely great what she did. All right.
Out there making.
Here's another quarter for the Trump was right jar. Let's watch this one real quickly. It's only a minute and 29 seconds of this bumbling idiot.
Some pretty bold predictions about how things would turn out.
But if Biden wins, your borders are gone.
Crisis on the border with Mexico.
The middle class is gone.
A baby formula shortage.
The supply chain crisis on full display in grocery stores.
The Keystone XL pipeline has been blocked.
Your safety is gone.
13 U.S. troops killed in Kabul this week.
But the U.S. is now moving its embassy personnel out of the capital.
Gas prices going $5, $6, $7 for a gallon.
Canceled its planned oil and gas lease sales in Alaska.
Halt oil and gas leasing and drilling on federal land.
Gas prices soaring to the highest average ever recorded.
Flood your communities with criminal aliens, drugs, and crime to spend trillions of dollars
rebuilding foreign nations.
I'm sending Congress a supplemental budget request.
Listen to this.
It's going to allow pensions and social support to be paid to the Ukrainian people so they have something in their pocket.
We're paying their pensions.
More than $1 billion in new aid to Ukraine.
President Biden is pledging another $150 million in military assistance to
Fighting foreign wars and defending foreign borders.
So for all those predictions of doom and gloom, here's where we stand.
You want to use the word recession or depression?
And you know Biden, he can't stand up to the lunatics running his party. He can't even find his way off the stage without him.
Look, the bottom line is this.
I say you're not doing a very good job.
Out there making.
That's it. You're not doing a very good job of standing up to the puppeteers, Mr. Biden. But then again, why would he? He's getting 10%. All of that foreign aid to Ukraine, all of our tax dollars going to pay their pensions. Okay. What other country do you know out there? Can you name me one country out there that it pays for our pensions? I'll wait. Biden, when we're honoring fallen soldiers, let's look at our watches. Yeah, there is none. I did this. Yes, I did. Proud mommy. Proud mom moment. My boy, he be hiding from Biden. I did that. Yes, I did. He wore that shirt to school, and guess what? They didn't make him take it off. They didn't take it off. They didn't take it off. Take our border back has been in effect. Connecticut, if you guys are in Connecticut, you should be going to school board meetings. You probably shouldn't send your children to public schools or private schools there. You should be homeschooling your kids, because here there has been installed, because of state law. This is a law. Okay. This is a law. Tampon dispensers have been installed in the boys' restrooms because, boys menstruate. I'm just waiting for a retarded kid to take a tampon and put it up his urethra, and it gets stuck, and they sue the school for millions and billions of dollars. I'm hoping. And here's what the boys thought about it. They have ripped them off and thrown them in the toilet. This is a different one. That's a different one than this one, if you notice the difference. But here is the email that Mark, the principal of this school, put out. The law. This is going out to all people of the schools, right? There is a law in Connecticut that states on or after September 1st, 2023, each local and regional board of education shall provide free menstrual products as defined in section 18, this is weird, -69E of the general statutes in women's restrooms, of the all gender restrooms, and at least one in the men's room, because men don't menstruate, and why you're wasting resources like this is better. You better just flush the money down the toilet, because men don't menstruate. Here's what the principal, Mark, his name is Mark Balanda. And I've noticed something. Look underneath his name, you guys. Look under his name. Pronouns, he, him. And you're going to be shocked when I show you what I found in my schools. Okay, I posted them. This is the most egregious instance of vandalism and destruction of property in recent weeks, other than instances including breaking stall door, hardware, soap dispensers, ripped off walls, and various objects stuffed into toilets. It generally only happens in the boys' bathrooms, and it needs to stop. We are better than this. I apologize to all the students in the building who are reading this but are not responsible for these types of issues, and I also apologize to those students who are negatively impacted by the lack of availability of menstrual products in the boys' room. Fuck out of here. Here's what he looks like. I highly suggest any parent in his district, you ask for an internal audit of Mark Belanda's finances to see who is financing him to push this bullshit. And I feel like this. If you are a parent of any one of these children in Connecticut, and if you get in trouble, if you need help at all with any legal fees, call me. I got you, because enough is enough. And it's not just the illegal immigration, the illegal aliens flooding our countries that we need to stand up against. It's shit like this in our schools. Nothing pisses me off more than the indoctrination going on in our schools. Nothing pisses me off than the exploitation of children. You got me fucked up, man. I'll be one of them people, man. I am one of those mothers. I am one of those mothers. Oh, here's how I spent my February 2nd. Getting pain. I got a new tattoo. Well, it's not done yet, but Steven Tyler, Aerosmith. Yow! Pedophile! I found this. My tattoo artist actually was talking to me about this while he was drilling me. Not in a get your minds out the gutters. Tattooing me. I should have said that because it came out completely wrong. He's happily with his girlfriend. So none of that. Okay, so I found this report because when he told me about it, I said, "What? Him?" Yeah, him too. Here it is. Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, who once adopted and impregnated a teenager, opens facility for abused girls. Aerosmith singer Steven Tyler, who once adopted, dated, and impregnated a then 16-year-old named Julia Holcomb, has at the age of 70 opened a facility in Memphis for girls who have been neglected or abused. Wow. The safe haven Janie's House is named after an Aerosmith song titled Janie's Got a Gun. It was about a girl who suffered from familial abuse, meaning she was abused by her father, and that's a very tragic song. And it kind of leads me to believe that he wrote that song because he was Janie's father, and Janie was indeed Julia. Notice how the names bear a striking resemblance between Janie and Julia. They both start with J, and they have the same amount of letters. To celebrate the grand opening Monday, Tyler reportedly cut a scarf, which worked as the ribbon. This does my heart and soul good. This is real. He attributed the inspiration for the center to spending time at a treatment facility himself. For what? Pedophilia? Well, while I was there, said Tyler, all of the girls I had met had been abused either physically, mentally, verbally, at least 90% of them all. So you're forgetting one, sexually. You didn't put sexually in there. Wow. But anyways, in 1973, he met a girl, which I absolutely despise them calling her a groupie in this article, right? They do. They called her a groupie, which she was 16 years old, dude. Not everybody who goes to shows are groupies. And I have to thank my tattoo artist for being the way he is, because he is common sense based. He's fact based. And he himself was a musician. So anyways, he met this girl backstage in 1973, having just turned 16. And she was enduring a lot of tough situations in her family life. Shortly after, Steven Tyler asked her mother to sign over guardianship of her teenage daughter, which she did. Like, get out of here, man. Later, in the lead up to discussing her pregnancy and subsequent abortion, right, because he impregnated her, he threw birth control pills off the balcony of the hotel where we were staying into the streets below. She landed up in the hospital after their apartment caught fire when she was 5 months pregnant, at which Tyler coerced her into getting an abortion at 5 months old, or 5 months pregnant. I'm sorry, 5 months pregnant. Wow. So that's nice. That's real nice. And he's not in jail. You see, here's what I think. I think there should be absolutely zero statute of limitations for that. He should be in prison. Not only did you coerce her mother to sign over guardianship while she was barely 16, but then you groomed her. You groomed her. You had sex with her. You impregnated her. And then you abused the shit out of her. And then you got the audacity to, all these years later, make another home for these girls. What are you going to be? What are you going to do? Are you going to get a new girlfriend, Steven? I'm done with Aerosmith. Fuck you. You're canceled in my eyes. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that shit? Like, I have a problem with all of these people who are literal, like, they're pedophiles, and you're like just letting them do it. Okay. We're going to get blocked again because I said pedophile one too many times on my last stream. They blocked it. So I better shut up about that. All right. Here's what I want to do to everybody who voted for Biden. When you voted for Biden, you refuse to look at what he's doing. Look at it. Look at it. Look at what he's done. Look at what you've done. Don't you feel like doing that? Like, look at this. Look at it. Quit looking away. Yes, it was you that did that. You helped. I can go to bed every night going, phew, I didn't do that. I dodged a major bullet. So, Governor Newsom, Californians, guess whose tax dollars are going to fund sex changes for illegal aliens? Yours. And if you want to flee the state of California, you're going to be charged an exit tax. Here we got Jesus. We need to talk. That was my post. I was proud of that. 3 of our U.S. soldiers were killed in a strike in Jordan. And Joe Biden did a speech, and he made it all about him, telling the families, I know how you feel. I lost a son the same way. But he didn't. He lost a son due to a brain tumor. He didn't lose his son in an airstrike. I can't. So, Genocide Joe strikes again. Here's why we have to unite right here. Yeah. Thank you, Daniel, for posting that, because it is an accurate representation of what's going on right now. I thank you. I thank you very much. Barack Obama's in love with that. Here's another fine example. Yeah. Hip, hip, hooray. Death to America. That's what's going to happen if we don't unite. We're going to watch the demise of America. Carl Weathers died, you guys. He played Apollo in the Rocky movies. So, the Republican, there's only one in this picture. Her name's Marjorie Taylor Greene. Liz Cheney is not a Republican. If you agree, type yes. Wyoming voters threw a bloodbath political funeral for you, Liz Cheney. Your disdain for Trump and his supporters fuels your hate for Americans. How dare you suggest that Marjorie Taylor Greene should lose security clearance? She's a patriot, and you couldn't shine her high heels. Sit TF down. Yeah, you see, there's only one Republican in this picture. I'm telling you guys. Our government spend more money and resources to keep life-saving ivermectin and hydrochloroquine out of their hands than they did the deadly fentanyl. You can have fentanyl, just not ivermectin. Nope. Sorry. Make it make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. This is very shocking. And this is another con of the March on DC. Because you all know the feds are going to watch and they're going to try. They're going to try they're going to bring their due diligence to make us look like a bunch of Nazis, a bunch of fascists, insurrectionists, right? This lady here describes exactly what our government is doing, and it's scary.
What do you mean by that you're following January 2021 people? What does that mean?
That means our primary mission is a little group called Quiet Skies. It's a mission called Quiet Skies that we're following people that flew into the National Capital Region in January 2021. You did not have to go to the Capitol or the rally, and you've been put on a specific list that TSA now has assigned air marshals to follow these people who have not had any type of criminal investigation. They haven't committed a crime, but yet 3 years later, we're following the same individuals day in and day out.
What do you mean by that you're
Day
following
in and day
January
out.
2021 people? What does that mean?
Okay, so in hindsight, what she just said was the government has deployed these marshals to follow everybody day in and day out. If you traveled to DC or even the surrounding area, you didn't even have to be at the Capitol, and they're spying on you. And guess what? Democrats and Republicans alike voted for it. Yep. Fizza. It's like the Patriot Act on steroids, basically. It gives the government more power to spy on Americans. If anybody keeping up on the Fannie Willis drama, she's been subpoenaed by Jim Jordan. I can't wait to see that shit, man. I can't wait to see that. Fannie for prison. You know, the FBI raided. Look at Barron. This is the look of not being on drugs. You look handsome. You look tidy. And the guy on the right is a offspring of Joe Biden. So you mean to tell me the FBI raided this sweet little boy's room and they didn't raid Hunter's? Wow. Here's the smartest man Joe Biden knows. Oh boy. Here's the smartest guy Joe Biden knows. Forgive me, Father, for they know not what they do, and I have no idea what's going to be on this video, so if it shows his dang-a-lang, I'm sorry.
Well, I think we should discuss that while you're there,
Okay,
yeah.
but why did you call me at 9 o'clock in the morning to tell me that? On the morning that the Marine Dowd article comes out?
I didn't know about Marine Dowd.
Well, you did before you started talking to me,
You wouldn't
Allie.
attack me, that you would be a bit more humble.
I did
but
not
I was
attack
wrong,
you.
and it pissed me off.
I didn't attack you.
You said I'm going to use against you.
No,
Okay.
I said to
and
you,
then
Allie,
you said I haven't
I
been
don't want to
supportive.
give you information about
notice I
this
was being
program
supportive.
because
Okay.
I'm afraid that you'll use it against me as not being enough.
I can't keep talking. We're going to go round and round in
I'm not
circles.
arguing, Allie. I'm asking you.
Oh, he's talking to Haley Biden, also known as his dead brother's widower or widow, who he was banging. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I think we should schedule a visit and we'll talk with the therapist. I'm not going to continue to argue, and I don't want to talk and make things worse.
I'm still here. I'm just hitting my crack pipe. Hang on a minute. Hang on, Haley. She's like, I know you're hitting that crack pipe. I know I can hear it sizzling in the background, Hunter.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here. Geeked out of my gourd. There was footage of him and Haley having a conversation, and they were arguing over where Hunter put the crack. Yeah. It's Hunter Biden. Yeah, tweaking ain't easy, but it sure is not fun. How they could treat the Trump family the way that they do and allow that is beyond me. It's beyond me, y'all. It's beyond me. I did I tell you guys I watched the Hunter Biden tapes. I did it for research purposes only. Okay. I saw every stuff. That dude's sick. He's fucking sick. I ain't kink shaming nobody. Let's get that straight right now. But that dude's into some fucking weird shit. Okay. Especially when he's all hopped up on the crack. MSNBC probably didn't. They didn't expect this to happen. They went to a black barbershop. Here's how they feel.
There are some people in your orbit who are either voting for Donald Trump or considering it?
For sure. A lot of my friends are obviously my age, so we're a little younger. We've only voted once, for a president. And Trump is kind of all we know. And they're kind of Trump and Biden. They're like, well, we were broke with Biden. We weren't with Trump. And that's kind of the only thing that I'm hearing over and over again, is that, well, Trump, we had money. Well, okay.
It's pretty simple, isn't it? Pretty simple. Let's get back Trump quickly. LGBTQ. It's pretty simple. We had money with Trump and now we don't with Biden. Pretty simple. Twitter is my favorites. Oh, President Trump should do a rally in the Bronx. And here's how they're feeling about President Trump.
If President Trump came here to the South Bronx, would you attend the rally?
Of course. I would want to meet Trump. I want to shake his hand.
He's the only president that I see that can ever make America great again. He's capable of doing that.
I would love to go to a rally with Donald Trump come, because I'm a big Donald Trump supporter, and I would support him 100%.
Oh, yeah, definitely we're going to show him love. We're going to show him a lot of love, and, like they do in other states. We definitely need to see Trump here.
There's nothing but love for Donald Trump here in the South Bronx, the North Bronx, the East Bronx, and the West Bronx.
So tell me.
We want Trump to come back. Please, bro. Biden, get out of here, bro. I would come to the rally and support Trump, because the Bronx need a change, and we need somebody that's really going to help this community.
I would definitely come to a Trump rally in the South Bronx. I like him.
You do?
Yes.
Yes, I will come to a rally if President Trump was to come to the Bronx, and I also would bring other people to come too and support him.
Would Joe Biden get a warm reception if he came to the Bronx?
No, he wouldn't have, and I'll make sure of that.
One more time.
Other people to come too and support him.
Would Joe Biden get a warm reception if he came to the Bronx?
No, he wouldn't have, and I'll make sure of that.
Man, I love this guy. Well, I'll make sure of that. And who's laughing right now are the globalists. The Biden administration is laughing hysterically right now, because do you think they give a shit when they flooded 22 million people into our country? Alejandro Mayorkas belongs in prison. He doesn't belong impeached. I think he belongs to be in prison. I have a video between like an exchange of him between Mayorkas and Ted Cruz. And I've never seen such this dude just is in this perpetual state of denial. He literally knows what he's doing, but he skates around it. He refuses to answer the questions. And this is how they keep getting away with it. Like if you or I were to go and lie in front of Congress, we would be held accountable. We would be charged with perjury. We would be charged with contempt of court, contempt of Congress, right? But if you're people like on the left, if you're Democrats, you can pull fire alarms, you can start an insurrection, you could say F your subpoenas, you can go do a press conference right in front of them, making fun of them, you can allow an American invasion, you can do all sorts of stuff and not get held accountable for it. Here is an exchange between Senator Ted Cruz and the leader of the Department of Homeland Security, Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
Mr. Chairman, may I have the opportunity?
No, you may not. You may answer my question.
Who?
You're not.
Is that your testimony? Yes or no?
Senator, you're not allowing me to answer your question.
I am allowing you to answer. I'm not allowing you to filibuster.
If you take a look at the pace of immigration in 2018 to 2019,
you're refusing to answer. Let's move on. Let's move on to gotaways.
Hey, we looked at that. We looked at the CBP statistics, you guys. We looked at the statistics between fiscal year 17 to fiscal year 2020, right? We looked at everything went down. The crime statistics went down. The illegal border crossings went down. And then in 2021, it started to skyrocket. Guess who took office then? It was Alejandro Mayorkas. So what he says is bullshit. He lies continuously to Congress. He says we have operational control of the border. No, the fuck you don't, because if you did, we wouldn't be seeing 22 million people pouring into our country. So Ted Cruz is losing his shit with him, and I think rightfully so. He's getting pissed.
Gotaways are the people that get away that you know about. Now, what happened under your administration? Gotaways consistently down at this low line. Boom, you get in, and they go from below 180,000 to 600,000. Now, I'll tell you this about a gotaway. You don't know among those 600,000 a year, you have no idea how many are murderers, correct?
That is precisely why the
correct?
number of gotaways.
Do you know how many of those are murderers?
That is precisely
so you refuse to answer the question. You know how many are rapists?
We saw it.
Do you know how many are rapists? This is a question. You're a lawyer. You know how to answer questions. Of the 600,000, do you know how many of them were rapists?
Senator, this is why
So again, the answer is no. Let me ask you this. Do you know how many of them are terrorists? And I don't want to, Senator, here's my lecture on this. Do you know how many of the 600,000 gotaways were terrorists? Yes or no?
Senator, we are focused on the
You refuse to answer that as well. What's the result of massive gotaways? Well, one of the results is drug overdoses. And we now have last year over 100,000 overdoses who died, the majority from Chinese fentanyl streaming across the border. Now, you told Senator Cornyn you care, but look what has happened under your policy. When you open up the border to the worst illegal immigration in our nation's history, people die. You claim you care. Mr. Secretary, that is a lie. You know, some months ago, Karine Jean-Pierre stood up at a White House briefing and said, people are not just walking across the border. Was she telling the truth?
Senator, you are
Was she telling the
so
truth?
profoundly disrespecting.
Was she telling the truth?
22 years
Okay,
of government service.
you get to answer questions. You don't
Senator,
get to give speeches.
Senator, I served as a federal prosecutor.
All right, you're
for 12
refusing
years.
to answer. If you look at, she was lying, and she was not lying on her own. She was lying on behalf of the President of the United States. Now, the photograph.
Look at that smirk on his face. Look at him. Look at him. All he asked was, he's asking him questions. And what he is doing is skating around. He's dancing around the questions. Oh, I used to be a state prosecutor or a federal prosecutor. Motherfucker, we're talking yes or no here. Answer the question. And here's how I would handle it if I was Ted Cruz. Here's how I would handle it. You don't want to answer the question. The next question that comes out of my mouth, if I don't get a yes or no answer out of you, I'm sending you to jail. Do you understand me? I'm sending you to jail. I'm having you arrested and booked for contempt right here, right now. Now, I don't know why nobody in Congress can do this. I have no idea. That's what I would do. Let me in there. Let me in there. That's what I would say. Next time you skate around this, you don't give me a yes or no answer. It's you that's going to jail immediately. You understand? I get a yes or no out of you, or you go to jail. How more clear do you need? Not one person has done that yet. Not one.
People walking.
Look at him.
She was lying on behalf of the President of the United States. This is a photograph from just one day along the Rio Grande of hundreds of thousands of people walking across the border. You have allowed this to happen. The photograph that was before. What are these wristbands?
I don't know what they are.
You
Senator.
don't know what they are. Mr.
Bullshit.
Secretary, you have just testified to the American people you're incompetent at your job, because I've been to the southern border, and if you go to the southern border, along the southern border, you see thousands of these wristbands because the illegal immigrants wear them. The drug cartels, every color corresponds to how many thousands of dollars they owe the cartels. You have turned these cartels into multi-billion-dollar criminal organizations, and these are modern-day leg irons, because these are children being sold into sex slavery, and you don't even know what they are. That is astonishing. Mr. Secretary,
He
how
knows
many children
exactly
have been
what they
sold into
are.
sex slavery under your administration?
Senator, we are taking it to the cartels.
How many
that are
children have been
smuggling
sold into sex slavery?
in an
Do you know how many children have been
unprecedented-
sold into sex slavery?
to an unprecedented degree?
Mr. Secretary, I want to say to you right now,
That's what I would do. I would say, okay, under your watch, since Joe Biden got rid of Title 42 and the Remain in Mexico, there has been 100,000 plus children who have been lost because you, Secretary Mayorkas, you said vetting these so-called sponsors of these unaccompanied minor children, you said vetting them would take too much time. You categorically sold kids to MS-13. You helped. Therefore, you're going to prison. He won't answer it. He won't answer. Christopher Wray won't answer. They always skate around the questions. They're answering questions with questions. And it's like, dude, I'm getting pissed. I'm getting so fed up. And, you know, these people, you guys in our government, they make so much damn money. It's not even funny. They got millions upon millions upon millions in their bank accounts, hundreds of millions of dollars. So guess what happens when a civil war breaks out? Guess what happens when famine happens? They're going to be just fine. We're fucked. Here is the Fulton County. This is the jury misconduct with the Fulton County case against President Trump. Watch this shit. This is astounding, right?
The most basic.
Let me play it from the beginning.
The most basic part of our democracy, voting. Someone who during proceedings drew sketches of witnesses like Senator Lindsey Graham and former Trump aide Mark Short, and who swore in at least one witness, I am not kidding here, holding a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles popsicle stick.
That is this is a special member of the jury. This is a jury 4-person. Okay. This is the same girl.
Did the grand jury recommend an indictment of former President Trump?
I'm not going to speak on exact indictments.
I was told to say that.
Would we be surprised? Are there bombshells of who is
I
being
don't
recommended for
think
indictment?
I don't think that there are any giant plot twists coming. I don't think that there are any like giant. That's not the way I expected this to go at all.
With a Ninja Turtle popsicle stick. You swore people in a federal case. Are you? Why do they always look like that? Why? Why do they always look like that? I'll tell you why. Because evilness, it doesn't stay within. It comes out of your pores and it makes you look like this.
I don't think that's in store for anyone.
So nothing that would surprise people who have been following this.
Probably not. I wouldn't want to characterize anyone else's reaction, of course, but
here's my reaction. What's done in the dark shall always come to the light. Okay. You reap what you sow. You put evil out into the world, evil's going to come back on you. Have you ever heard of karma? Have you? Apparently not. Oh, they're not going to be surprised because it's a witch hunt. And this is a self-proclaimed witch. I can't wait to swear in Trump. This chick is this is the special grand jury for women of Fulton County, Georgia. If inbred as hell had a poster child, that would be it. Inbred, leftist, liberal. Right there. Right there.
So that was when we heard a lot in testimony. But probably not. It probably wouldn't shock you. I would not expect you to be
former
too
United
shocked,
States
no.
president.
And that
Not shocking
includes
at all.
of the former president, potentially.
Potentially. It might.
The grand jury.
Huh. I mean, RICO charges against a former United States president is not shocking at all. Well, not shocking when you have weaponized and politicized the justice system. Of course, it's not shocking. But to me, it's pretty shocking. 91 indictments. Pretty shocking. Like, ew. And look what happened since then. Fannie Willis. I'm not calling her Fawny because her name's Fanny. I'm not stupid. That's what happened. Here we go. Fannie Willis is sleeping with Nathan Wade, the special prosecutor whom she said has to handle the Trump case, a RICO case, and he was a personal injury lawyer. Fun fact, the day after he was given over $600,000 of federal funds from Fannie Willis, guess what happened? He divorced his wife the next day. And then he was seen cruising all around with Fannie Willis. Okay. There. MSNBC. We know how biased they are, right?
DA Fannie Willis has
Fannie.
just filed a response to those accusations that she and her lead special prosecutor have been engaged in an improper relationship and mishandled public money. And DA.
Well, MSNBC, how painful was that, to say the truth? How painful was that? Well, you can't exactly lie when she herself said it. I not only had an affair with this married man who I said could be the lead prosecutor of this RICO case, a special prosecutor that I was banging, but I also misappropriated funds to do just that. So I wonder how this jury witch here is feeling today. See, me, if I was on that jury, I would recuse myself. I would say, you know what? Don't tie me in with this shit, because guess what? I'm not going to be part of this dog and pony show. I'm not going to be part of a kangaroo court against a former United States president. Sorry, not sorry. Arrivederci, count me out. But no, it's going to be people like this who are never Trumpers, just like the jury in New York. It's ridiculous. Newsflash. Look at Brian Krasenstein. Oh. It doesn't make this dude is a paid shill. Look at him. It doesn't make the facts of the case any less truthful. Look at how this leftists are so stupid. And look at what he did. He stole the X logo and made it his own. It didn't convince a unanimous grand jury to indict 19 people in the most publicized racketeering case in history for questioning the election. It doesn't make any of Trump's actions within racketeering conspiracy any less damaging to our country or himself. You're wrong, because more people are voting for him because of this. Thank you, Krasenstein, you dickhead. And just another way for Republicans to shift attention away from Trump. I've had enough of that. This lady had falsified charges, had leaked charges, okay? Leaked them before she even announced them, okay? Then she blamed a clerk. Then she blamed Republicans. Then she blamed the Easter Bunny. Who knows? But then she hires a special prosecutor who she was screwing. That doesn't change. That she was doing the same thing to gang leaders that she was prosecuting. And Governor Kemp, you're the one who instructed her to do this. You're the one that blocked Fannie Willis from being recused from this case. So Krasenstein, eat a big fat one, because you and your brother, something ain't right with you two. Okay, something ain't right with you two. You give me some serious globalist pedo vibes, and I am not sorry. I'm saying that. Krasensteins, man, they're just disgusting leftists anymore, and I can't stand them. I really can't. All right, you guys, one more time, since we have 230 people left in here. This is the last time I'm going to say it today. This is what I drummed up. I made this graphic myself. I'm very proud of it, because this is how America should be. We are Americans, no matter what we look like, no matter what our ethnic background is, no matter what our heritage is. We're not white Americans. We're not African Americans. We are pure Americans. We were born here on U.S. soil, and we need to take our country back. We need to take our country back. And if you want to help do that, I will be in D.C. on March 1st at 1 p.m. And I want everybody to know that if we show up in unison and we show them what unity really means, that is a step in the right direction. That is going to show them, no matter what they throw at us, we are Americans and we stand united. Because anymore, they want us divided. They want us divided so that we can't band together against all of the tyranny that's going on. And again, I need some hefty patriots, because I'm sure the radical left would love to get a hold of me. So if you or anybody that you know would be interested in a security team, let me know, because I feel like you can't go anywhere anymore with it. That's why I don't tell people where I will be. This is one of the only instances where I will tell you where I'm going to be. We need to lock arms and stand there. Wear your American flags on your shirts. Okay? Don't bring any flags. Don't bring any weapons. We need to anticipate already that they will throw a monkey wrench in this, and they will do anything and everything to make us look bad. Look at the bad Americans. Look at the Nazis. Look at the fascists. Look at the bigots. Look at what they're doing. Look at these insurrectionists. If we stand there arm in arm and we don't move and we don't say nothing, they're not going to be able to do anything. Do you understand? And if we say, listen, we're not bringing weapons, we're not even bringing American flags, we're bringing ourselves, and we're going to link up arm to arm, and we're going to show you that Americans can unite again, there's nothing they could do. There's absolutely nothing they can do. When we're standing there, arm in arm, linked, standing there, what could they do? Let them act a fool. Let them act a fool while we stand there arm in arm. There's nothing they could do. And what? We're standing there. We're on public property. There ain't nothing they could do about it. There's nothing they could do. We have to maintain our composure. We have to let it be known we're coming peacefully. We're coming unarmed. Because that's what they want. They want to put their instigators in there. They want to put their agitators in there. They want to put their actors in there. But it's not going to happen. We're not going to let it happen. And when we show them that we stand united against this, what we can move mountains. The more and more that we unite, the more that they fear that we are united despite everything that they've done to us to divide us all. I'm urging you guys, get your plans together now. If I'm the only one that shows up, man, fuck it. So be it. At least I'm there. But I will not allow them, the government, to destroy us. I'm not going to allow it. This is our country. united. It's in the name of our country, United States of America. And that's the only way that we could show them that their plan didn't work, that their agendas can shove it. Don't wear a mask, because we patriots, we don't need to mask up. So no masks, no American flags, no weaponry. We wear American flags on our shirts, and that's it. No masks. This is a no mask zone, because we don't need to hide our faces. They need to see our faces. All of us, every color. So it's not just black and white unite, but that is who they work on dividing the most. That's why I made it the way I did. It's for everybody. I don't care if you're Native. I don't care if you're Hispanic. If you are a legal immigrant that migrated here legally, you come. You show up, and we will link arm in arm. I don't care what background you come from. I don't care. This is the only thing that I feel like we can get a grip on what's going on today, is if we show up in record numbers. The Million Man March happened. Millions came for Stop the Steal. We can do this. So you guys, if you're interested, hit me up on Twitter. Let me know, please, that you'll be there. And I encourage everybody, just keep it peaceful. That's all. We have to maintain order. We have to maintain peace. We're not leftists. We don't burn shit down. They're going to have their actors in there. Just know that. But are we going to let them get away with it this time? Hell no, because we learn. They showed us their aces. They did. If we can get a bunch of truckers from all around the country going to the border, we can do this. All right, you guys, share this with everybody you know. Let's get it done. All right, you guys, I love you all. Thank you so much. Here is my X right here. It's twitter.com/reactsgen. Thank you, Queen Bee. Thank you all. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Eric Tate. You guys, if we want justice for America, if we want our country back, this is what we have to do. Here it is one more time for the people in the back that are just joining. March 1st. It is a Friday. Take off work, get your PTO, get your travel accommodations. Let's take America back. Love you guys. See you again soon. Until next time. Bye.